KB.
Hey Kay.
Hi everybody. Welcome to Flow with KB.
Sharing light, life, and laughter.
With Kofoworola.
And of course, Boma.
Why is it like this?
Do you realize that we don't have one episode where we start normally?
And today, I'm normal.
Which normal? Have the record not start? They have record have started, Abby. It has started. Look at you. And today, I was going to be prim and proper. Altitude, me, Mofeko, it's for you to be nice. Altitude and attitude. They have a relationship together. The altitude of your attitude.
This is where you keep quiet. Because I was trying to look for a word that rhymes with quiet and attitude, but it was not. Hi everybody. We greeted you before now, Abby.
Oh God.
I'm rude though.
Are you ready for this?
I'm rude.
Today's recording.
I'm ready, but I'm tired. Like I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
Hungry.
Hey. Is it funny that you're trying to...
I said hungry.
I'm hungry.
You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me well.
I was
I'm
hungry.
So what's today's topic, right? Maybe that's why we are the way we are.
How are we? First of all.
I don't know.
Dear Lord.
What?
For our darling listeners, we're sorry. Like, this is the flow, guys. Like, I promise you, we don't have scripts. We just come here, we sit down in front of a microphone, anything that the Lord has to say. Microphone.
And you're calling my hungry. What did I say?
Hungry.
Microphone. What's the difference?
Microphone.
So always say we're beginning to look alike. Not only are we beginning to look alike, you're not influencing me.
Do you know that somebody said we were so in sync that it's unbelievable? Wait, that we are not best of best. You get from like 5, come boy 5 in. Don't disappoint me. Yeah, do you hear it? It do boy.
How do I always fall for this your high five? Because your hand is hard. Like, look at your teeth. Feel my hands. So soft. Like they're not for strikes. But your hand is hard, man. You need do something about it.
I like my hand hard.
I take you. I'm just confused because I don't know why that does not just sound right. Just sound right.
You have a very
but you know,
dirty
I was listening to some of our episodes from season 1, right? And I was just like,
Bobby's grown.
No, apart from the old grown part, I just realized I was so cool. I was the ice water to your cold water. So we're like Erin Jesha waterfall, right? But there was just that thing where but now there's no difference. Like there's no difference. We've turned to a confluence. We've mixed together.
I'm just gonna get right into today's episode because I have the last 1 minute. Scrap it, trash. I have no idea what Erin Jesha confluence waterfall. The girl is not right, dears. Yeah.
Those that know.
That's the worst line ever. Every time I hear those that know, if you know what? Let's not even go. Someday soon, we're gonna talk about the norms that are really abnormal, but we've normalized. One of these days, we will talk about it. Bobo, happy push day.
What's that?
Happy on your birthday. Happy womb escape. I didn't escape my mommy's womb there. She had me. No. I didn't escape. Escape is for prisoners. Escape is for people that they lock. I'm not in bondage there. Before they release me to there, Jesus put me there. An appointed time came in 9 months.
Nobody's fighting.
I'm very upset.
I'm sorry.
You look me finish.
I'm sorry.
For birthday, tell me say I escaped my mother womb.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. I should calm down, babe.
God,
Some people now will say O2 is the code.
What's that?
You've not seen that one?
No, what's that?
Kofo, where have you been?
O2 is...
He said like you're like, nah, 9th of December. So when I say 0912 is the code.
I should get the shit like that. 2912 is
my
the
dear,
code.
that's the day I end my partnership with you. The end.
2912 is the code.
Madness.
Gosh.
Why do we call it?
I think you're just trying to, make you more funky and I don't know. I really don't know. There's no excuse.
Stop,
really
dear.
no excuse.
Stop.
So today's topic, right, is...
Please hold on. Disclaimer, guys. Today's topic is a serious trigger for me. So please pardon me if I sound angry. I'm not upset. I'm just passionate about this topic. Thanks and God bless. I had to give you guys... Kofo is rude. She does not give disclaimer. But me, I'll give you disclaimer. Thanks and God bless. Kofo, take care of
those that know me, know me.
I hear this thing one more time, I will throw you out.
Today's topic is, dear parents, we want to fly. Right, we want to fly.
Allow us.
I wanted to say another I believe I can fly, but I remember what happened the last time.
Yes.
So
yes, dear.
Don't
No,
do that.
don't. Thanks so much.
Yeah, so what's this topic about? We like to also give you, because I think we like to explain the
where we're coming from with our topics.
What influences the topic. So this particular one, think Mama should take it because
yeah. So I think I was the one that sent because we have this back and forth where if a topic just comes to my mind or I come online, I see something or I remember something, I just immediately drop a message for Kofo and she does the same with me. And I remember I was this was actually, shout out to the listener who actually sent us this. This was actually, yes, on Instagram. She sent a DM and said, can you guys actually talk about this topic where parents don't let their mature children, go out. They don't let them leave, And then I remember that because I'm friends with her senior sister. Shout out to you. You know yourself. Don't let me open your nyash in the open nice yard. She's 27.
The person that sent you or the sister?
No. Her older sister now, who is my own friend.
Okay.
Is 27. And as I'm talking to you, if you want to go out, like, her mommy know me.
Oh, true.
Her mommy know us. You understand? We go to her house. Her mommy is aware of us. In fact, I have certificates we have hierarchy of friendship. Boma is my daughter's friend because she's pastor shy, so that is a good, sure. Be the end of Jesus in my life. So yeah, basically, my point is, at what point do these people think it's okay? Because the truth is, I will always be your baby. I will always be your girl. You want to protect me. You want to guide me. Don't do it, Kofo. Don't. I will poke your nose. You think I'm joking? My family, I'll drag your nose.
See, to be honest, I think what I've learned in my very short years on earth is
give us.
All the Bible says,
that is
bound take care it by force.
Oshe.
No, on a more serious note,
yeah.
I had to take mine by force.
Yes, please land. I want to hear where you're coming from.
I had to take mine by force. So my mom used to be like lad, and she instilled a lot of fear in me too. And that's one of the reasons why when I was in Babcock, I didn't used to go, where are you going to? In fact, everybody knew me. If my mother should catch me. Right. So bad when I started dating, like after I finished school.
Right.
So I remember there was a time we went to the movies around 8:00. I think the movie was just Star Wars.
Yes.
Like, I need to apologize to this guy because it was so upset.
Mine was Fast and Furious.
Star Wars.
Oh, God.
And it was just about 8 p.m. So I was vexed because my mom knew who I was. This was not a relationship that you were hiding for your parents. Like, they had met him. They knew I was this person. They knew I was going out with this person. They knew where we were going to, right? And she calls me at that time and she's like, it's 8:00. What's the word she should use? She used to have one word. As a responsible something. Should you be out of the house by this? And I'm like, wait, I think I just left my house by like 6 or something.
Right.
You know where we are staying, right? You know our house is shy of Lagos. And you're expecting, so because of how much I feared her, we couldn't watch that movie. I was like, babe, we have to go.
Right.
I was like, just calm down. I'll talk to her. I'm like, you don't get it.
Yeah.
We got to go. We can't watch this movie.
Right.
I was just like, it was so upset. We got home. And guess what? My mom was asleep.
This is the part that used to drive me mad.
Sorry, calm down.
Mad. Let me breathe. You don't understand. Now, this is the problem I have. Now, and I'm not talking to parents because, like I always say, our parents have done their own. It's not left to you to know what you want to do and how you want to do what you want to do because you are an adult. If you're still waiting for permission, if you're still waiting for because I don't know. No. Listen, the permission I'm talking about is not mommy, I want to go out and she says you can go or not. I'm talking about understanding that your parents need to see you as an adult. And to see you as an adult, you need to begin to take action, responsibility, physical action. So you can't say, you don't. And you see this thing they build in our minds. My mother will kill me. My father will kill me. It's fallacy. It's fabush.
It's not that we know it's far, but they did not know it was far.
Yeah, so I'm
saying, because the way they used to beat us, but when they say they will kill us, we
you're 27, you're 29,
I'm saying the way
you're
they
32.
Used to beat us then.
That is then. I'm saying now you can't still believe in that fear. You have to break out from it.
See, some of these things. Okay, how did I get my own break? Right, is when I moved out of the house.
Okay,
and now moving out of the house was a necessity.
Right.
If my parents had their way,
yes,
in
you
fact,
would
moving,
not.
they were already looking for. Okay, where can you go and stay?
Yes,
whose friend's house can you go and stay? So I will know that you're staying with their house.
So that I can track.
But when they did not have like
you
an
have
option,
a track record of keeping.
Now it's your turn to stop.
Wow.
When they realized that, we have no choice but to let this babe go. Even at that time, when I still moved, my mom mandated that I come home every weekend.
Right.
It was highly inconvenient for me.
Of course.
It was, let me tell you how it is. So my house is very close to, it's within Lagos, right? But my house is still, in fact, 50, I can trek. If I start trekking, I enter Ogun State. Some goes Ogun State. If I start trekking from my house, I enter Ogun State. So it's so inconvenient because my weekend is useless. When I go home, I'm unable to do other things. So other interests, I'm working Monday to Friday, and I'm unable to do other interests during the weekend, which are other expressions I had. So I just started doing it small. So I was following judiciously I was going home every weekend. Then after a while, every 2 weekends. After a while, every month. Yeah. After a while, they don't even see when they see me. Though it was not an easy process, right? But I started to tell them, they're not coming home. I have to tell them, okay, I have this to do. I have a book club. I have other things. I'm trying to build myself professionally, personally. I have other things to attend to. Going home is not convenient.
And let me shock you. I need to say this for everybody out there who is going through this, because this is something that even till now I'm battling. So don't let me sound like, oh, it's something I don't have to deal with. Till this very moment I'm speaking to you, my mom, my sisters will probably listen to this. I know my sister listens. It's something that my mom prides herself in saying things. I'll translate. Let me say how she says in Yoruba. Yada yada yada. Basically, what that means in English is, even when you're in your husband's house, I can still slap you, I can beat you, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. You are my child, and all of that. So you know what I did? I tell people that I did Ludo. I was throwing dice till I found the perfect 6 to move out of the house. And every time I say, people laugh. And that's exactly what I did. So I tried different methods. I realized that fighting with my mom wasn't working. Arguing and fighting, I did not have peace, because my mom is always that when they fight with you, they'll still come and talk to you. And it's just to drive me mad, because we are fighting. Why are you talking to me? I don't want to hear your gist. I don't want to cook your food. I don't want to even eat your food. My mother don't give a damn. We're going to be fighting and praying together, fighting and doing morning devotion, and it is to drive me crazy. So I figured, nah, fam, this wasn't working. So what did I do? I decided that I started doing things that I valued, regardless of whether or not she saw the value in it. For example, if this podcast was something we started maybe 2017 or 2018, my mom would just be like, you just want an excuse to be going somewhere or doing something. What's this one now? Because she doesn't understand it. And regardless of how I explain it to her, because I'm outspoken, I'm rebellious.
I don't understand why parents think that because you're outspoken, right, that you're rebellious.
Exactly.
For me, growing up, I used to be very quiet. I used to talk. It says, go for sit down, I sit down. Stand up, I stand up. So when I started talking, I started noting my point. It felt like I'm becoming rebellious because I'm saying I don't like certain things. Do you want me to die of depression? I'll start talking. Yeah. Oh, because you're now in school. Because you're now this. I'm like,
and why? What's that tag? What's that thing that they do where they tag every decision or move you make in accordance to friends or school?
I don't think I had that.
My mom would say
friends.
Because yes, do you understand?
Like, but actually, I think this topic I didn't realize that this topic was going to make me. But I'm thinking about it, I feel sort of sad.
Because first of all, I remember in 100 level, what that made me feel was when my mom said that to me, that because I was in school, it made me feel like, are you saying that I cannot make any decision on my own or of my own? It has to be influenced by somebody or something. So it was almost like she refused to believe that it was me doing something. It had to be hinged on somebody or a group of people or something. Somebody, Shebi,
okay, so it's out of character. It's not my child. Somebody is quelling the fire.
Somebody's instigating you against me. And it's just me.
Do you know,
it's funny that the people you not even think maybe are instigating me have absolutely no idea about this.
You know that you're the one instigating
them, right?
One of the people that facilitated my process, was my brother.
Right.
My brother had since.
Wow.
Yeah, like, so he's always looking at me like, you're the one. You're the one that is studying yourself. Yeah. Tule. I was not the one. Tule, exactly. Me not be the one doing like, no. Funny time, my dad was free. And then all you just need to do is just tell him, you're going somewhere.
Honestly.
When you're going to be late, just call and say you'll be late.
Yes.
But I don't understand why my mother couldn't just call me and say, it's getting late. What's going on? Why do you have to threaten me at this time of the night?
Let me show you.
The one that annoyed me with my sorry. Let me say this.
Fine.
I went to make my hair.
Right.
I had to braid all those like almost 1 million braids.
Right.
The place was not far from the house.
Okay.
And
she knows the shop.
She knows the shop. Then he called me. Started shouting on the phone. I had to give the man that's making my hair that please talk to my mother. Please. That when I spoke to my mother, she's like, okay. What is that? Why did a third party have to interfere? Why couldn't you just take my word that, why couldn't you just take my word that I was doing something
and I'm actually not done.
I'm not going somewhere. It's actually really painful thinking about it today, right? It might be sound like, oh, okay, we've moved on, but this is for some of us that have seemingly don't let me. I think I should allow you to speak. Because I wanted to talk about now. That comes to my mind now.
Right. I wanted to speak of this because, as you mentioned, you being in your hairdresser's place. I remember one time where SS3 we finished WAEC, NECO, everything. My mom knew this friend, so there was another person that her own parents too were very guarded. You cannot go anywhere except the driver is taking you. Yada yada yada. So we all planned that we were going to go to the movies. Ozone was a reigning place that time. We were living in that Bega Ojodu axis. So her mom released Driver and Sienna to carry all of us. We're like 5 or so. I'm sure some of them shout out to Tiraya Talabi. Thank you for allowing your driver.
It's not a shout out.
But I feel like shouting her out. So kill yourself.
You told me the last time, so I'm telling you with my phone to pay back.
Yeah, sorry, Mommy Kofo. Right, anyways, let me jump to the front. Cut the long story short. We watched movie. Same way, we left the house like let's say around 4. Lagos traffic from, of course, that Bega to Yaba. It's not a small trip.
Journey. There was no ICM.
There's no ICM. Got there. We watched what we wanted to watch. We finished. Before we watched it, my mom has called. As we're going, my mother have called. I'm keeping her updated. I will even put the phone on speaker. She wants to hear everybody's voice in the motor car as proof that I'm where I say I'm going. Before I left, my mom was already saying, this cinema people are going. I was like, Mommy, why are many going? Like,
watch
it's
film.
just watch film. Like, there's nothing else that happens
watch it in my father's house.
She'll not say, oh, Lera CD. I'm like, that's not how it works. I promise. If it was, I would have bought CD. It's not the part that paid me. When we're coming back, there was now, as in, you know that kind of thick ass traffic that you can't get out of. I was already shaking. Like, in the car, my friends were like, they will be gisting with me and I couldn't respond because my chest was high.
My mother gonna beat me.
Do you understand? My mom called me. She now said, where were we? I told her we're already at so place. She said, okay, she's waiting at the bus stop for me. My mom was actually at the bus stop. Kofo, do you believe that as I crossed from the other side to meet my mother, right there at the bus stop, my mother gave me a dirty slap, shouting like she was raving. And I feel like in her mind, the purpose of that slap was to confine me more into a constraint of fear. Unfortunately for her, what she did was she broke me to the point where all I now wanted to do was get what I wanted. Do you understand? Because I felt embarrassed. My friends were still there in the car. They see you slap me for what? That I didn't follow a man out. That I didn't, because I went to.
I don't know how to explain it.
Like,
it's actually.
It's painful.
It's doing something to me.
That's what I was telling you. That it triggers me. You get
something to me.
This December, me and my mom, we had a long talk where she was like, "Ma Binu, I don't know it all."
Please. I don't like that thing. Wait. I'm angry. I what I used to do.
Wait, let me tell you what she said now. We were talking about something else entirely that she kind of went, but she went, is it the hawk on top of me? She do feel like she have power. Me too, I'm not sure that Amy got the hawk. I just Karani, green hawk plus blue hawk. Let's hawk away, color. She now realized that, it's like your power to pass my own. It's like, I will be the one to suffer. She now say, in this life, somebody cannot know it's finished. That, if she makes a mistake, it's not that I'll now abandon her. That there's a way to go about things. And I thought that if you knew there was a way to go about things, you could have avoided all of this in the first place. And then we start talking, and I'm like, so you can actually be reasonable, but that slap go full. I remember sitting in the car. She turned, drove like Van Damme. We went home. We entered house. I thought she was going to kill me, in fact, bang my head, throw me around. She entered the house, went to her room, and that was it.
Mama,
Jesus.
Wait,
I have to share my Fast and Furious story.
No, you share it with.
Risha, remind me. No, I'm saying it so you remind me. Fast and Furious story.
We don't remember for the remember.
Sorry,
So I was just saying that I just remembered something. So after all these jagabos that I used to do,
right?
Then we get to a certain age, and you're asking me, oh, alpha, no bubble. I'm like, wait, sorry, don't.
I'm sorry, I had to scream. Oh my God!
I'm thinking to myself, is it sent from heaven? Like, it's supposed to just fall down in front of your house and just knock on the door. Guma, calm down. Just be calming down. Hold on.
Oh!
Breathe.
Oh!
Breathe. Are you labor? Calm down. No, but see, these things actually, I mean, you can see how pained Buma is. Well, you now come years later and telling me,
Did they tell you not to have a boyfriend throughout school? My mom specifically told me that throughout university, I should focus on studies. I should not look.
They don't give me timeline of when to have, right?
Me,
you just don't have. It's just funny to me that, at a sexy age, you're not asking me who is the
I'm still focused.
The question is, so who are the men in your life? So nobody say hello, fine girl, how are you? Hi. And I'm like, I'm facing. So I said from different mother, I'm facing my stuff. I'm facing my career. Because when I wanted to mingle with people,
you said don't mingle.
You know this thing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You know this thing actually affects our people's skills that we do not know. A lot of us do not know how to network and interact with people.
Yes,
because of this. And you not be wondering, Aurel, do you know that even many friends throughout uni, I can count how many
that
friends
is why even the kind of men and women we have today can't have conversations if it's not sex impaired.
Do you understand?
Because we didn't do that.
We didn't learn how to.
We didn't.
So you can't go for a party now and maybe you're with your parents and someone walked up to you and you're having a conversation.
Why are they walking to you?
If you go home, your mother is asking you, so who are you talking to? Who is that guy?
My mom said, so I was sitting right there and the man was coming to meet you. So your chest is not that big. Your shoulder is not that high.
Did I tell you the time where I didn't have any male number saved on my phone? Not because there were no male number, because I changed all of them to girl name. Because remember when I picked up my phone, I said David. Who is David? Where do you know him from?
Yes.
To what degree?
Yes.
So you know what? Let's just say all of them are
Shade,
girls.
Bola.
So that when David is calling me, you see Shade incoming. So that I cannot answer questions. No, because you understand, there's so many things you could not do.
I couldn't even pick calls.
Or you're stuck
as far back as 300 level. Even till now, sometimes I get uncomfortable with the way she's staring at me. I mean, the partner, she's staring at me like she wants to know. No, when did I finish? She's not like, what's your business in my laugh? It's your laugh. Oh God. Just women. Let me shock you. My mom's own was 2 days after graduation. To tell you how bad it was, I will never forget. It was June 7th. Because
we graduated together.
Yeah, it was June 7th. And then I got home and I remember the night before, she was happy, excited. Me, I was still in school. I wanted to do clearance and whatnot. So I got home 2 days after. We did Sunday. So, but like Wednesday, I got home. And then we were driving to the market to go buy foodstuffs to cook it. Because it was just me and her. My dad had traveled. People were trying. It was just me and her in the house. And then she goes, Oliwa shit. We thank the Lord. I saw it, but I didn't know it would be like this. So I'm like, okay, what's exactly happening right now in this car ride? And then she goes, Lord that brought you thus far, He will take you to the finishing line. So me, I'm confused because I just convocated. I literally just finished the line. This is the end of the line of this road. Which other road are we on that I'm not? It's like we're on a road I'm not aware of. Who is driving the car of the road? So I turned to her and I'm like, in Yoruba, I'm like, mommy, oh no. She said, I said, like, which journey? I looked at her like, mommy, which journey? And then she goes,
Hey, how did this one jump?
So
I used to just teleport.
So I just focus on my phone. She now say, she now goes, don't hide anything from me. And this is wait, don't hide anything from me. We are each other's friends.
Kill me.
Do you know, in my mind, I'm like, it's now we are going to start friendship. We didn't friend all this day.
No. So, now, you've crossed the finish line where you cannot be a friend.
Now, this is what is busting my brain. Do you really think that after school, the men who I said no to will all of a sudden just come and jump at me because I'm graduated and say, I want to marry you now? Yes, ring, ho. Hotter.
That's how it's now. They come and knock. I saw a flower. But let me say something. Let me say this thing.
Right. This episode, let's end it.
No, wait. So, I know we're saying, we're just mentioning a lot of the problems. Yeah. But another practical solution that worked for me, right, was, so I just realized at some point that what did my mother really want? Yeah. She just wanted to be in the know and she wanted me to have a sense of responsibility.
Right. That's
so if I'm going, mom. Then at some point, it also comes from, when you gain wisdom.
Factors.
When you gain wisdom. Okay. So what I started doing at some point before I got like a total freedom, when I'm going out and I start, okay, well, this is where I'm going to. At every point I realize that it looks like I'm going to be late. I start calling, like, so waiting for her to call me to start shouting. I start calling, okay, so I'm leaving soon. I've checked this traffic. I'm now in Agege. Okay, I'm now in this.
Okay,
I'm now in that. Because at that, and I realized that when I started doing that, it's not like the shouting drastically reduced, but it gave her some sort of, comfort. Because I was like for my dad and it was fine for him. Okay, let me adopt this approach. Maybe just maybe to work for her.
So the advice we're giving is you as an individual, as an adult, trying to get control of your life. And that's what I call it. It's your life. They are never, I'm telling you now, a typical Nigerian parent. I can't say African. I don't live in Kenya. I don't live in Ghana. I'm sure they say Africa. We always generalize. But me, let me focus on Nigeria. I have lived in a lot of Nigerian states. I've seen a lot of parents, and I promise you, they all hold the same manual. A little tweak here and there, but they all use the same manual. Here's what I'm going to say works or worked for me that you can try. It may not work for you. You may have to look for what works for you as an individual. But number one, it would be, first of all, creating a niche for yourself in your house. You have to have an identity that exists outside of your parents, outside of your family, outside of your siblings, that you must make recognized to your parents. I had to let my mom know I am not you, because I realized that at some point, unconsciously, she didn't realize that she was asking me to be her. And I needed her to know I need you to be at peace with the fact that I'm not you and I will never be you. I'm not I'm soft-spoken if I need to be, but I'm loud, I'm audacious, I'm confident, I'm outspoken, and it's okay. It doesn't mean I'm rude. It doesn't mean I'm obnoxious. It doesn't mean I'm proud. It just means I am outspoken and I am confident and I'm proud of. I'm owning it. You understand? I don't want you to do it to the point where I become shy of my personality and then I start having self-esteem issues. And I had to make that known. 2, if you're creating an identity for yourself, I feel like you also have to be considerate of their identity.
Okay.
If you don't put
that's what a lot of us miss out.
Yes.
So many people. So this is there is a wisdom. I feel like Apostle Selman now. There's a wisdom. You know, when it's always said there's a mystery to this, a mystery to this. Now I talk about wisdom for parents.
Girls, please state your points. Because
excuse me. There is a wisdom on how to deal with people, and so because some of us have difficult bosses at work.
Yes.
So just think about your mom. It shouldn't be, but unfortunately, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But think about that your mom or your dad, because some people is their father.
Exactly.
Hey, Jesus. Some people is their father.
Yeah.
But think about that your parents as a difficult boss.
Some people is their siblings that they live with.
Their older siblings, yes, as a difficult boss. And think. So what are some of the tools? Because you always, when you have a difficult boss, you always look for help. How can I? But some people, for them to get to their parents, they use their parents' most treasured sibling. Some parents have some siblings that if you tell Auntie Buki, they know how to help you to your mom. So it's wisdom. Look for
what works
for
that
them.
Identity that they hold. Because you see, at the end of the day, it's also about pride. I realize with our parents, whether you like it or not, both father or both mother, it's always about pride. That I am your mother. You understand? So it's a thing of one of my friends said something. She said the truth is most of our mothers have little or no control in their marriages and their homes. We are their control.
That's loud.
We are their. I'm telling you.
That's loud. And no, it's loud because it's
true. We are their control. Loud. So we're slipping out of their hands. It's like they have nothing else. So we are the everything that they hold. So it's like if I can't talk to my husband, I can command my children. I can tell them and they listen to me. So you know that thing they sit where women sit and they're like, oh mom, I want mommy borrow similar. Like my children listen to me. So the
meanwhile, your children are listening to you. You're in front,
but at your back.
Don't we have people like that when their parents were coming?
Let me shock you. I told my mom something one day. She was nagging me for about 3 years about something, comparing me to other people's parents. I knew that those children were nothing that my mom thought they were, but I kept quiet because it's not my place to say. All I told her was, Mommy, I will never be who I'm not. I would rather be a sinner in front of you than a sinner behind you. I'd rather do it in front of you. You curb my excesses, we fight about it. Where God will now have it. 3 years down the line, she comes home, not just going, won't carry HIV. So my mom didn't even know how to tell me. You know when she was shaking? It was a painful thing because it's not something I prayed for. For this person, but it was something that could not be hidden anymore. Another one of them, she saw the person dressing at a location, like one of their family locations she went for, and she came home. And when you are heartbroken, you are stunned. I was laughing like a mad person because who sent you? Did they tell you to trust them? Did they tell you to believe in them? You decided to go and be believing in other people's children. Who sent you? They know you.
I remember my mom telling me one time when a friend and I had a phone.
We're talking about solutions. I don't want us to deviate because I'd like us to state everything. What you said was also very profound. So I want you to go back to it.
The one about having a wisdom to talk to, having a wisdom to talk to your parents, finding that what's that?
Find
for
the
me,
language.
I said it was just keeping her informed and knowing so that you're in a house, but having the humility to say, okay, I'm going out, you know. Some of us who are the doers of ourselves.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
The doers of ourselves.
We do overdo them.
We see they do.
Yeah.
So sometimes the parents are not. So just have to know how to navigate this situation. That okay, maybe it's trial and error, like Mama said.
Yes,
you try the one that will work for you eventually. So for instance, I told you that okay, when I was dating, right, my parents. In fact, one of the reasons why they knew, I wanted them to know that I could have that, you know, oh, I'm going to this person's house. But I didn't like the fact that I don't want to lie. Where are you going to? I'm going to Boma's house. I didn't want that. So in fact, he knew my parents before we started dating.
Nice.
I don't know, sent a message before he came to my house before we started dating. So they already seen him. They already knew him.
Right.
Before even. So that was like such a peaceful relationship.
Exactly.
I didn't need to, not like the first story, I had to be sneaking around and be sneaking here.
Like
I didn't need to sneak anything. So you understand. So we ourselves, don't let us be doers of ourselves. Even when we tell our parents, let us fly.
It's you know how we say, and I feel like it's something I always say. We always compartmentalize relationships, but the truth is the same rule that goes for you and your boyfriend, the same rule that goes for you and your boyfriend goes for you and your parents. Every relationship requires a 50-50, you know, shift. So I always tell my mom, compromise. You say you don't like this thing. I say it, we will fight about it, but she gets it after a while. It doesn't see in that moment, like my mother cannot be. Even if she's losing like this, all the zeros are showing. Mom say, she win. She will not agree. But in her chest,
competition, man.
I'm not dragging with you.
We're not competing.
She didn't curd. So it's a control thing. And the moment I realized that, that's what it is. So you feel like it's slipping out of your hands because this is the last thing you actually have control over. I actually started to let.
But we're not. It's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
I don't want to take that one because it's not me.
It's survival instinct.
It's not me. I'm not the one that said you got married.
I'm too old.
I don't want, because I did not get my friend's permission to share a story. That's why I don't want to share a story.
I know. And this
so
is
many stories.
Too many. See, if we do this, we'll
I don't want to. I didn't get their permission, so I won't share.
I have two.
As in, how can because it cannot reach me? We've called everybody.
Yes, some people do that. At least my mom is not that extra.
No, this one we called everybody.
Jesus Christ.
See, my friend older than me,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
The time is just like maybe 7 p.m. and you are, and I'm like, maybe calm down.
Like, what's the problem?
Like, you need to allow me to know what is really the matter. Because it can't be that I went out and
that is the matter. I need this reaction.
Are you tired? Like,
right.
I need to know what's really the matter. Like, I really want to know.
Anyway, guys, this is a topic that we cannot exhaust. We wish that we could. We would have to go over and over and over again. I'm sure that we'll have
your Fast and Furious so that they will not insult us.
Okay, so very quickly, Fast and Furious story. Me and this guy went to the movie. My mom knew. She knew the bobo, just like you said. In fact, she said my son is her son because my mom, she had plenty children. It's like she adopted my son. That is how we reached cinema. My mother started to cook. As we sit down, you understand? Popcorn is in my hand. As we sit down, Fast and Furious, down. My mother starts to call me. You see the way I was shaking. The guy was confused. I can't look at the amount of embarrassment that I had. Thinking back, I'm like, all these men must have looked at you like Omokekere.
Yes,
and you were not. You know,
he kept saying,
they looked at like a small girl.
I will talk to your
we
mom.
seemed, in fact, I'm sure that to that guy that day, I seemed like I was overreacting. I was just dramatic for no reason. They didn't get it. Yeah. And to be fair on them, they were right because our parents were overreacting. You get home and then the same level of shout on the phone is not what you meet in the house. My mom would
trust me, if that guy follow you home, you will see a different mother. Not like, what Buma, like what were you?
Do you understand? You not seem like you're the one that is.
Do you know how many dreams have been shattered because your parents do not allow you to fly?
Yes.
Because they feel like it's not about them choosing a course for you, but you want to do. See, I didn't come into my person until I left my house. It doesn't have to work for everybody. Yes. I did not put me anywhere. Yes. But that's when I said
that is for you.
Because when I was leaving, I was like, when I leave, I'm going to all this. I not do. I not do jack.
Yes, that's not the funny thing.
I didn't do jack.
Nothing.
But what I started doing was now becoming my person. I was able to explore. I was able to do things that I don't do on a normal day.
Yeah.
Right.
You began to see yourself and know yourself. I used to say something like it was like Boma final. It was like Ruth finally met Boma for me. My dear, there's no hood.
Elizabeth and Mary.
Oh my Lord.
Sorry, time is going.
Right. So here are a few pointers that I want to say. I mean, there are enough stories to go around, but like we stated, find what works for you. Understand that your parents will never truly let you be until you tell them that I need. So you know that Pharaoh let my people go. That's literally what it is.
Right. Oh my God!
He said, do or die affair. He said, Pharaoh let my people go. Take it by violence. There is no. It shouldn't be, but that's the way, Kofo. You're already 27 and they still don't see you as an adult. Do you really think that? Not you, Kofo. I'm saying that I have somebody who is 32. Yes, no, actually, this one she will say we can talk about it. Like, I have someone who is 32 and her mom still gives her grief when she's not back at home by 5 p.m. I told her money was. I said you don't have sense.
No, so
you
are
working
people,
well. Don't go and rent house. Family management.
The only solution is for you to move out.
Don't move. Stay there.
No joke.
You will be 40.
No, compromise will not work.
Let me tell you what another friend of mine did. They like closed that. Her dad keeps shouting that they should allow her mom and the mom's sister would,
Okay.
So yeah, like, because it's quiet and all of that. And then now she was 35 and then she just went off on them in the house. And she's like, no, she's like, no, Joko, she was not shouting at them that when she was bringing men home, all of you are being selective, telling her not to go out, telling her not to this. Now you're telling her that whoever comes, she should follow you to mountains to go and pray. She said nothing's wrong with her, she's perfectly fine. Omolomo, you know what she did? Because this person that is 35 is not my friend, it's like her sister that is my friend. So her sister was gisting us that her sister just called her brother, called their step sibling that I'm getting married on so date. You guys are invited. Ooh. So it became a family. Her mom was crying, reported that to everybody. And she told her mom that mom should go to hell and even go and die there. That's her business. So I'm like, why must he get to that point? Why? Anyways, my point in saying this story is if she had if she had caught herself, it wouldn't have gotten to that point. Her staying and waiting till she now, blowed up, or what will I call it? It exploded. It was unnecessary. I'd rather fight with my mom young and let's disagree and cut myself. This topic is an overstretch.
Guys, come to the end of today's topic.
Right. Yeah. But I would just like to do 3 things very quickly.
3?
Yes, very quickly. We're going to pray.
Time.
I feel like
now.
Yeah, I feel like we have to pray for everybody out there who feels hurt, bittered by one experience or the other. You just feel like you can't fly. You just feel like your wings are just caught or clipped, you're caged or whatever. We just want to pray with you, and we just want to decree and declare that the Lord will give you peace. Amen. That the Lord will heal your heart. Amen. That the Lord will fix all the broken, shattered pieces on the inside of you, and that once again you will feel whole, you will feel joy, you will feel an enlightenment like never before. We also pray for divine wisdom, because it takes wisdom to navigate these things that we've said. We also pray that the Lord will go before you and make crooked paths straight in the heart of your mother, your father, your uncle, your auntie, whoever it is that is the legal guardian over you or the ruling authority over you, that when you speak to them, they would listen to hear you, not just to respond, that they will hear you for what you are saying, but not just what they interpret you to be saying. We also decree and declare that for every person who feels like they are in a cage, we decree and declare that you are set free by the blood of the Lamb in Jesus' name. And above all, we pray for relationships between parents and children, that the Lord will mend those fences, that the Lord will create, vacuum for the rifts to close up, and that once again, father and mother, children to parents, they will smile, they would laugh, and that when you guys begin to share stories, it will be a thing of laughter. It will not be a thing of pain anymore. It won't be a thing of shame anymore. It won't be a thing of reproach anymore. And that we pray, oh God, finally for the spirit of forgiveness. It can be very hard, can be very tedious, but with the strength of God, we ask that the grace of God to forgive will come mightily upon both parents and children, vice versa, both ways, in the name of Jesus. Amen. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen.
Thank you everyone for listening. Not plenty shout outs. Please follow us on all our social media platforms. On Instagram at FlowwithKB, Twitter FlowwithKB, and you can now stream our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, iHeartRadio,
Breaker.
All right. Till next time.
You will not tell them your own personal Instagram in case you want to check Kofo out.
Why? Well,
you are proud, though. Hey.
K.T.T on Instagram, Dekofo on Twitter.
Well, it's BOMMYJAY Bomij on Instagram, and on Twitter it's B of the FlowwithKB.
Ciao, ciao.
Shout out to all of y'all, our listeners on Spotify. We're everywhere. We love you. We say goodbye, bye bye. It have cut, it have not cut.